I bet you're wondering what we're doing that's so epic. Well, take a look. It's the epic Mrs. Butterworth's Fruity Pebbles Pancake Kit. What a mouthful. Well, hopefully that mouthful contains something really fruity, really delicious, and something that we can use with this Mrs. Butterworth's Fruity Pebbles Pancake Syrup. It was Philly Junk who found a picture of this, and we showed it on an episode of our show during the viewer choice videos and picks. And I wanted to know if it was real. Sure enough, it's real. I'm holding it. It's here. It's Mrs. Butterworth's Fruity Pebbles Pancake Syrup. Now, you probably won't find this in grocery stores nearby you, which is why you probably have to order this online. So I got this on Amazon, which is a really great online place to get all your grocery needs, and they do happen to have plenty of this in stock. But anyway, we gave this a little bit of a taste test in the following episode that we featured this showing off this bottle. And it tasted kind of okay. It didn't really taste just like the cereal, but it had a nice fruity tone to it. So I figured the best way to really test this stuff out is to have it with Fruity Pebbles pancakes. So maybe it'll help bring out the fruitiness of the Fruity Pebbles. So as you can see, you got frosting there. There's some bits and pieces of Fruity Pebbles cereal in here. So let's unbox this and see what we get inside. This is the entire kit. So this is more like a Cooking with Sonic Blue / unboxing / consumer report of the Fruity Pebbles Mrs. Butterworth's lineup of new foods. And there is our little bag of cereal bits right here. Here we go. It's used as a topping there. Here is our confetti pancake batter. And on the bottom of the box there is the frosting already ready to pipe. So it's in its own piping bag. You just cut the corner off and you just squeeze it like you would in a piping bag. So it's already done. Don't have to pipe it. So on the instructions it says 1. Prep. Spray large nonstick skillet or electric griddle with PAM cooking spray and heat over medium heat 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Whisk together entire package of pancake mix and water in large bowl, and we are going to need 2 1/4 cups water. I got my measuring cup right up here. 2 1/4 of water. Okay, now to test your measurements, put it on a flat surface, wait for the water to stop moving, and that looks like 2 1/2 cups, so that's just a little too much. Let me pour a little bit out. Then try it again. Bring it back to a flat surface, and that looks to be about it. So we're looking for that mark right there. That's 1/4. And it's about right on the line. So I'm going to add first our pancake batter. And we're going to whisk. Should we whisk it or should we electric beat it? I think we should get out the electric beater. It would be very more convenient. There it is, way on the bottom of the shelf. Okay. There it is. Okay. There's that. There are the beaters. Okay. One over here. And one over here.
It'll pop in.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay. Now, first things first, let us plug in our electric mixer. So we will go through the valley of the pans that are drying. Oh. Somebody had that thing turned on full blast. Okay. Yes, we have pots and pans drying from being washed, and now we get to make food. So gently open the bag. Gently open the bag. It's being gently opened.
As gently as possible.
So you don't get pancake batter all over. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Look, you can see rainbow speckles in it. Look, you got rainbow sprinkles, and there we go. Look at that. Okay. That's all there is. So, we're going to add...
Ooh, you can kind of smell it too.
Through these nostrils, I can't smell nothing. I don't know why. Anyway, just add water. No egg, no nothing, no milk, just water. So, with electric beater in one hand, water in the other, let us add 2 1/4 cup of water. And then we're going to start on a very low setting on our electric beater first. Get it to mix. Once it starts to thicken, now I can smell it. Now I can smell it. Now once it starts to thicken up, we can kick it up in a higher mode. Boy, this really does smell like Fruity Pebbles. Higher still. There might be bits and pieces of Fruity Pebbles cereal in there too. But I saw sprinkles. There you go, sprinkles. That's been about a minute. We're going to lift the beater and turn it off. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to set this aside. Okay, now we have this beautiful pancake batter. We're going to turn on our griddle and we're going to spray it, not with Pam, because I didn't really get Pam. I got this stuff here at Walmart. It was on sale, so I went with this. It's still cooking spray. So it doesn't really matter what brand. Just spray it with some cooking spray to make sure that your pancakes do not stick. And we're going to set that over there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make pancakes for everybody. So, let's get a ladle, or we can pour it directly on because there's a lip in the bowl here. So we could just give it a little pour here. About a nice size there, and we'll just catty corner it. We'll just do 2 at a time, about that size. And this one could use a little bit more on that side there. Okay, good. Okay. And I got this nice spatula here to help flip it. So this one might not be perfectly round. This one might have corners in it, but oh well. We're going to wait till this thing heats up, and we should have done that while we were mixing. But oh well. Oh well. You don't have to follow the instructions, at least to a exact T. Your pancakes will still turn out the same. Okay, it doesn't matter if you preheat it or not. You're just going to wait a little extra time to preheat your skillet or your griddle, which we got going on right now. But it'll still turn out the same. So, yeah.
I was about to say they're somewhat flattening out, like we're almost making Fruity Pebble crepes.
Almost, isn't it? So I'm going to get out a plate, and then...
I guess our first ones are going to be crepes instead of pancake.
Yeah, it looks like it, yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe they might fluff up, I don't know, during the cooking process. Who knows? All I know is it's...
Cross your fingers and hopes.
A quite cold surface, so yeah, maybe we should have preheated that a bit, and that would have gotten it started.
Yeah, there's a little bit of bubbles.
There's a bubbling going on there, yeah. Although, speaking about crepes, one of my recipes coming up that I want to prepare is one of the most complicated things to make in the kitchen, and I'm talking about beef Wellington. So that is going to be one of my next up-and-coming recipes. I really want to make a beef Wellington, and I want to show you how to do it. It's probably one of the more complicated recipes that you can make, but also one of the most delicious recipes you can make. So if you have the patience and the time to make one, I definitely think that you should at least try one beef Wellington before you die. All right.
Well, if you don't get it from a restaurant.
Well, if you get it from a restaurant, you're probably going to be paying out the wazoo.
Complicated and expensive.
But well worth it. If you can afford it. If you can afford it.
But that's why we're here.
Okay, so this...
Teach people how to make stuff.
That's right. I have to spray this down too. because I don't want the food to stick to pancake either. I want to be able to uh-oh. And we should have made one big pancake in the center, but then we got like 4 people to cook for, so doing so is going to be a little bit difficult. Maybe this one will be easier to flip. Yeah, it was a little easier. Okay. This one, however, might not be ready to be flipped because we still got a lot of wetness going on up here.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yay.
Okay, well, not perfect. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but if I can find a way to maneuver that back over. Okay, there we go. So it's not going to look perfect. We're just doing a taste test to see how well these pancakes will taste with that syrup. And since it smells an awful lot like Fruity Pebbles, and they give you a little bag of Fruity Pebbles, I bet you it's going to taste just like Fruity Pebbles. Just saying. Just saying.
Or Fruit
There
Loops?
we go. No, it's more like Fruity Pebbles. There we go. That's the consistency we want. That's the color we want. That one almost kind of turned out that way. But let me cook it a little more on the other side. You can really see the color of the confetti there. Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. So on that one, looks like it's about ready. I'm gonna pop this on our plate. This one looks to be about ready too. I don't see any. What do you call it? Any batter. So I'm just gonna pop them over here and then go over to our next. So since they came out kind of thin, I was thinking of doing at least 3 per person. So let me go ahead and just do 1 at a time, and that way maybe we'll get a thicker pancake instead of a crepe.
Yeah, we should have let it heat up.
Yep. Look at that. It's already almost.
That's turning out better.
Yep. That's already almost ready. Yep. See, already ready to flip. Just kind of scoot that back over here. And we'll just give it a moment. We'll flip it again to get the rest of that to congeal, just like that. Make sure that there's no raw batter in the middle of these things when you do remove them from the heat. So maybe giving them a little bit more cooking time than I have been. So yes, it's been a very long time since I made pancakes. But I make sure that both sides are cooked evenly and to perfection. It looks like that one is cooked to perfection.
Unless you want to have batter in the middle.
No, we don't want batter in the middle of our pancakes. So on to the next. Okay. There's not going to be that much, isn't there?
Probably needed 2 kits.
Probably. I probably would say so.
2 kits for
That would
4
probably
people.
be enough for 2 people. Definitely not 4. I should have gotten 2 of those kits, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're going to wait a little more for this pancake to be done so we can flip it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we probably have another couple in there, so 6. That's 2, 6 per. So at least 2 people can eat. At least 2 people can eat, but maybe we can like give a little sampling of that, so everybody will get maybe 2 pancakes. 2, 4, 6. If I can get 8 out of these, everybody can get 2 pancakes. So it's not going to be a huge thing. Here we we go. There, look at that. Hey. Okay. And it really helps to have something this big for a spatula when you flip pancakes. I'm just saying. The bigger the spatula, the stronger the spatula, the better your pancake flipping will be. So this is what I'm talking about. This is a good sized pancake. But you see, I was trying to be thrifty with my pancakes because I knew there was 4 of us to feed. And so it's not going to be that plentiful for a whole bunch of people unless we got more kits, and we only got the 1. So unfortunately 1 is going to have to stretch for 4 people. So this is perfect. This is what we want in a pancake right here. So I'm going to make sure that in the middle there is no raw batter. And it doesn't feel like it because I'm feeling like a spongy kind of feeling when I knock on the top of that pancake like that. Okay, perfect. Done. That's a big pancake. Okay, I've got to make sure not to make them that big. But then when you make pancakes, where's the consistency in pancake making? There is none. Sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small. You know, it's whatever, right? I mean, that's a sign of a true pancake chef. No 2 pancakes are exactly alike. They're just like snowflakes. When it comes to think of it, they're exactly like cornflakes. Cornflakes. There are no 2 that are alike, and I've eaten a lot of cornflakes in my day. I have never seen 2 cornflakes exactly the same. So I guess you would say that breakfast is very inconsistent. There are no way to make consistent pancakes unless you have something like an extra tool or something to help you measure every single pancake that goes onto your griddle. But we don't have that, so we got to go by instinct. And no 2 cornflakes are exactly alike either. And the same thing goes when cooking eggs. Have you ever noticed when you cook eggs, sometimes you get a good yolk, sometimes the yolk breaks. And sometimes you're so careful to try not to break the yolk, and it breaks anyways. So it's really inconsistent. And even the best chefs in the world can break a yolk. And I've done that many times when I don't intend to break a yolk because I like my eggs runny. I don't know if anybody else out there likes them runny, but I love them runny. Why? I don't know. I guess I'm weird. But I will put my eggs down for like 2 minutes and then cook them and then get them right off. Because I don't know. I like them runny. I don't know why. I just do.
More like poached.
Not even poached.
You have a lot more poached than...
It's not even poached, because poaching it means you're cooking it with water. And if you're cooking it straight on a griddle or a skillet, there is no water involved in that. Just cooking the egg straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my. That'd be 7. Well, if anything, we could always cut it with that. Make another batch and just have like some of them being the confetti ones and some of them being the regular ones. And then we could do more stacks. I guess we could do it that way, but we're doing a taste test on the Fruity Pebbles, damn it. We want to know what it tastes like with the Fruity Pebbles, man. That's okay. I don't think they'll really care if it's Fruity Pebbles or whatever, because they're going to still have that Fruity Pebbles syrup on it, whether it's confetti pancakes or not confetti pancakes. We could just do this as a taste test for the video and then make the rest of the plain pancake batter for everybody else, and they just have to eat the plain. We'll get the goodie. We'll get the good stuff. Okay, so a little bit overcooked, but that's okay. Like I said, breakfast has no consistency. That is very spongy. Doesn't really take long. Not at all. Okay, so that's all cooked in.
Should we turn it down a little bit? I know.
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe down to 7. So I wanted to get it turned up there to get it really heated up, so we can turn it back down to 7 now. Okay. This is number 7. It might just have to be a skinny mini so that we can get an 8th one going. You shut up. You're not getting any. Let's go ahead and hit the fan just in case. Because anytime there's a sign of heat in the kitchen, that thing always goes off. Whether it's smoking or not, if there's any heat coming from this kitchen, that smoke alarm always goes off. So I think it detects more than smoke, it detects heat. It's one of those newfangled ones. So every time I open the oven, it doesn't even get smoky, but that thing goes off.
I blew my vape on it at one point and it didn't go off.
No.
So it's got to be heat.
It's got to be heat. Definitely got to be based on heat. Because we're talking about a very hot kitchen here.
I'm just going to do this real quick.
Open the door and cool us down.
Okay.
Cool us down a little bit. Gotta cool it now. Ooh, watch out. Yes, I am an 80s kid. Okay, number 8. And we're going to scrape the bottom of the bowl to get this 8th pancake done. But with a little bit of fingers crossed, a little bit of hope, we can get that 8th pancake done upright. Okay, so that's going to have to do.
A little bit of a small one, but
Yep.
still works.
Yep. Get this piece off because now it's burnt. Ugh. Didn't mean to smack my electric mixer there. Okay, flip it over. So now we have 8. Excuse me a minute.
Seriously.
Any way to deactivate that thing? Because that gets annoying. Anyway, but then that would defeat the purpose of having a smoke detector in your house. But it goes off every time you cook something, which gets annoying as it is. There should be a regulator on there.
Just need to figure out a way of turning it off while we cook.
Right. Okay. Tell you what, let's go ahead and leave it at that. I might need this still, I might need that still. And now, let's get another plate. This one will be Kiva's plate. So then I will divvy up these pancakes. 1, 2, that's hot. 3, this one should be on the bottom because it's a big one. And then I have 1, 2, 3. And then each of us will get a crepe right on the top. Crepe right on the top. Beautiful. Now, let's get the butter. We're going to get some butter. And we're going to cut the butter and place it appropriately on our pancakes. So I like butter. I also like frosting, and that's going to come in a moment. Okay. So we're going to get our butter cut into pads like this. We're going to place them between each of the cakes. That way it gives the butter a chance to melt in. Okay, 1. Okay. Yes, we use actual real butter here, folks. None of that margarine crap. This is butter. Only one good way to cook, and that's with butter. How about one right on the top? Right on the top. Let that melt a little bit because we've got to put some of that frosting down too. And there comes the frosting. So, after cook, decorate. Squeeze frosting onto pancakes and then decorate with Fruity Pebbles cereal. Can do. Okay, so let's get this kitchen shears and cut right along the dotted line. And that should give us just enough of an opening. And it's going to be just like toothpaste. We're going to be working from the bottom, just like a piping bag, and we're just going to kind of
I think it said knead it first.
I think it already was kneaded.
Oh.
Because I kind of kneaded it before laying it down, but that's okay. We're just going to go like this, across the butter, across the pancakes, make it a nice, beautiful decoration there, and then do the same with kibas. And I'm going to go like this, and like this, and like this, and like this, and like that. Because who doesn't like a little frosting with their... I've never tried this before. Frosting on pancakes. Well, I've tried frosting on cake, but frosting on pancakes? That kind of thing was never heard of. I mean, I put peanut butter on pancakes, and that was pretty damn good. But never frosting. This will be a new thing to me. So, let's see if I can squeeze a little bit more frosting over on the top of our pancakes here. And just kind of go a little extra for me, around in a circle. And then a little extra for Kiba, going around in a circle.
I'll say that should be good. Remember, sugar.
Oh, yes. Yes, you don't want to take in too much sugar. Okay. I'll just eat the rest of it. Okay, so it's okay for me to get diabetes now. I see what it is. Now, you want to bump me off now. I see what it is. Give him all the sugar.
Okay, soda man.
Right. I'm probably immune to the stuff because of all the soda that I drink. Or, you know, would typically drink. But
You're a Dr. Pepper fanatic.
Coke with lime, too. I love Coke with lime. Or Pepsi with lime. Okay, so I think that I've gotten as much out of there as I can. And now, for the decorations. And I'm going to just cut straight across. And what I'm going to do with this, open the bag, and I'm just going to tap Fruity Pebbles. Or just kind of shake Fruity Pebbles right over the top of that. Look at that. Look at that.
Lightly shake.
Lightly shaken, but not stirred. This is actual Fruity Pebbles. Okay, now some for Kiba. Here comes Fruity Pebbles. Okay. Maybe we should just save a little bit for the others. We'll do that. We'll give them that much. And now for the magical ingredients. Mrs. Butterworth's Fruity Pebbles Pancake Syrup. First, I'm going to glob it over my... Look at that. Beautiful red color. Look at that red color just oozing out of there and flowing all over the pancake. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Stop! That's way too much. But I love my syrup. And now some for Kiba. You just let me know when.
We're good.
Okay, there we go. That's a lot of syrup. That's a lot of syrup. But necessary in order to do a proper taste test. And since we have no forks in there, I'm going to have to steal one from the washing machine.
If we can find one.
Okay. Just make sure that this rinsed. I mean, it was in the machine, but all right, let's give this a little taste test. Ooh, it's still warm. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Wow! That is so fruity. That is the fruitiest pancake I've ever put in my mouth. Oh my God. I haven't even gotten to the Fruity Pebbles yet, and already the pancakes taste kind of like Fruity Pebbles. And the syrup really does accent the flavor well. It really brings out the Fruity Pebble flavor.
More fruity than fabulous?
Mm-hmm. That's funny. This time I actually got pieces of Fruity Pebble cereal, and it doesn't taste any more Fruity Pebbles than the first bite I took. which didn't have any. So, I would say, with the combination of the Fruity Pebbles pancakes and the Fruity Pebbles syrup, your pancakes taste just like a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. I am not kidding. Oh my God, that is so good. So if you have the means, I highly recommend going on Amazon and getting this stuff, because you won't find this in your grocery store. Oh no. And I've already looked. Don't even bother. But you can get this on Amazon. Oh my God. So if you remember your childhood days, Saturday morning, getting up early in the morning and making yourself a bowl of Fruity Pebbles cereal and taking it right in front of the TV to watch old episodes of Scooby-Doo reruns, you remember my childhood was exactly that. And this tastes just like my childhood. So delicious. But try it out yourself. You will be amazed what the people at Post and Mrs. Butterworth's have done in this lovely collaboration. That is fantastic. So, give it a try sometime. If you love your Fruity Pebbles, and I know I do, you're going to love this. So, I would have to say that on a scale of 1 to 10, this stuff gets an 11. This stuff gets an 11. Because why not? I would also like to mention that I would like to dedicate this particular video to Gabe of Cereal Time, and because he still remembers the great cereals of the past. He remembers cereals from my childhood, and I remember a lot of those cereals he talked about, which made me an addict and a subscriber to his channel. So Gabe, if you're watching, try this stuff. It's not cereal, but it's cereal related, and I give this a humongous thumbs up. So give this a try, and anybody who is watching this video, give this stuff a try. If you have the means, I highly recommend trying it just once. And maybe you don't like too much of the fruity flavors, maybe it's too sugary for you, but come on, you only live once, right? YOLO, YOLO, come on, say it with me, folks, YOLO, right, come on. It's waiting for you at Amazon. This is some amazing stuff, I love it. So, from all of us here at the Old Pop Ed Show and Cooking with Sonic Glue and the Consumer Reports, inviting you into our kitchen, into our recipes, and into our lives by sharing some of these wonderful dishes with you. Amazing. So, give it a try. You'll love this stuff. I know I do.